Hey, my Cancer babies, what's happening? This is EJ from Taurota Tarot. I hope everybody is having a good end to their weekend, a good start to their month of October. Cancer, this is going to be your October 2020 reading. I know I haven't been here in a while. I'm trying to get back on schedule, get my monthlies up before the 4th, the 5th, or the 6th. However, if you are returning and you are a subscriber, thank you so much for sharing, and subscribing. If you are new to the channel, welcome. Please hit all the appropriate buttons, like, share, subscribe. The little notification bell if you want to know when I'm online. Oh, what the hell, Cancer? Y'all got some weird, funky energy. Let me just say this up off the rip. This is not going to be a love reading. That's not to say I'm not going to see something about love or feel something about love. I'm most certain that I am, but this is primarily about your work. It feels like a lot of you came into some level of abundance when the pandemic started. Now, figure that part out. So maybe your job kicked in and started doing double, triple overtime. However that's resonating, but this is definitely going to be about your money and what's going on in your professional life. Once again, that's not to say there's not going to be some love here. I'm pretty sure there is. So what we're doing is overall energy, the front and the back. I'm also pulling a third card for your challenge, your centerpiece for the month of October, which is transformation with the big cards. And I'm going to do 2 weeks at a time. So let's see what we got going on for the first week. Rejoice and celebration. Love begins. Triumphant success. Second week pulls creativity, completion, teaching and learning. So, like I was saying at the beginning of the reading, I think love is taking care of itself. For most of you, y'all are either in or out right now as far as love is concerned. So transformation, the challenge is pulling the 9 of swords. That's that up all night card. Like, oh Lord, can I get a little bit of sleep? Worrying. And yeah, this is money worry. Yep. Yes, sir. It's all about the change. Ka-jing-a-lang-a-lang-a-lang-a-lang. Okay, so with the newfound transformation and abundance, I'm going to just put that there. And this is your challenge. You're going to have to answer some questions. Definitely work related. For some of you, this is love related. Don't get that part twisted. But for most of you, it feels like this is about work. Again, it feels like as soon as the pandemic hit, y'all kicked in the double, triple overtime, start working. Some of you may even have second jobs for all of that. And it doesn't feel like this is something you were doing because you had to do it, but you kind of just got out there because you knew the money was there to make, and you're making it. But with that come work struggles. So looking at the front end of your overall energy, the Ace of Cups on top of the emotional withdrawal. This is, and usually it's about love, but let's just kick this about. It can also be about the beginning cups of any kind of relationship. And so for some of you, I'm going to say you may be in a new situation and you're kind of pulling back a bit because it's new. You've been hurt before, and I'm just gathering what's on the board. If this is related to love, you're kind of guarded right now. So you're doing a little bit of the emotional withdrawal. On the other hand, if this is about work, new job or new people on the job that maybe you're trying to forge relationships with, but this is not going smoothly for you, Cancer. And the cups, that's your energy. So this is not going smoothly for you. Just like water and oil don't mix. Everybody don't mix. So you might be dealing with people, new people on your job or jobs with an S. They just are not your cup of tea, as it were. And so you're doing a little bit of emotional withdrawal. On the back end of your overall energy, with the solar plexus chakra, or the I can, and the 9 of coins sitting on top, you know what you're doing. Let's just put this out here. You already know what you're capable of doing. There's no equivocation here. You know how to do your job. You know how to function without anybody standing over your shoulder. You have this. But the struggle on that top end is with, again, something or someone new, and it's just causing you to pull back. As it relates to love, again, it feels like a lot of Cancers are just kind of on cruise control right now with their love life. Some of you obviously are getting into newer situationships and relationships, and you're kind of measuring the gold standard, if you will, of how you want your relationships to look and work. But I'm not picking up that love signal real strong. When I look at the first week of October, which is this one coming right here tomorrow, 10 of Wands with the rejoice and celebration. If that rejoice and celebration were reversed, I don't do reverses, by the way. Yeah, that part. And so you may start the month off, the action is fire, picking up or having to pick up someone else's slack. They're not at work, or they don't know what the fuck they're doing, however that's resonating. However, it seems like at one point this may have been this kind of, hey, how you doing? Glad you came back, second day, yada yada. But we passed the second and the third day. Matter of fact, we passed the first month with some of these folks. And for some of you, they may feel like you're literally doing their work for them. That's the only way I can put that energy, because they don't, either they don't want to do it, or they don't like the job, whatever. But this is you right here, schlepping around somebody else's wands, like what the fuck, stressed out, overwhelmed, can't move, can't do your job because you're doing their job. That energy, this is how we're gonna kick the week off. When we get a little further into the week with the Empress and the Love Begins, some of you, and this is a major energy, and with the transformation card back here, I'm just kind of kicking off of it a little bit. You made all of this shit at work, maybe causing some self-esteem issues, if I was reading that reversed, and it's causing you problems across the board. You may not be able to sleep at night because you're saddled again, this 10 of Wands, with somebody else's work. And there just really is no love here. And you may get to the middle of the week and determine that the people that are new, or the situation that is new, is not you. For those of you, this is a new job. This may be the week that you make the determination, hey, I'm good, I don't like this one, I'm leaving. That energy, and it's affecting your self-confidence. It feels like some of you, where this is a new job or a new promotion type of thing, you were told you'd be doing one thing, and now you see yourself doing something else. So, absolutely not. No love beginning. Matter of fact, it's cut off, if you want to put it there. By the middle of the week, maybe even the beginning of the following week, it feels like a lot of you with the Empress, and that's a major card. You're going to make a determination. That 3, one more time. You're going to make a determination about, you know what, this little click ain't working. Either I got to go or they got to go. We get to the end of the first week with the 4 of Swords on top of the triumphant success. Once you begin to take a step back and take a look, by this time it feels like many of you will have had conversations with people. You're going to get here. But again, this might not be the place that you need to be. That might not be the job. For some of you, where this is kind of ping-ponging around with love, you might be the same thing. This person is not for you. And once you make that realization, once you're able to take that step back and see that, it's like, what the hell was I doing here anyway? And what the hell was I doing talking to you anyway? I'm on to bigger and better things. We get to the second week with the Eight of Swords on top of the creativity. For some of you, as it relates to work, you're going to have to be Mr. or Mrs. Creative. You're going to have to figure some shit out, because either you, people that work with you, or the people that you work for have created a mess and they need help. This is going to be a do-over. No mistake that we're approaching Mercury retrograde. You're going to have to redo. You're going to might have to change some things up. Maybe some of the guidelines that you were using on a certain project. This is all about doing a do-over. You're going to have to step away from what you knew or how you started this and come up with something different. It feels like many of you will have the onerous of getting this done. The burden going to fall on you. And I think at this point, for those of you that are back up here with this energy, your supervisors, your leadership is going to figure this out. Like, the fuck? Why are you doing? We just hired 2 new people. Why are you doing everybody's job? That shit right there. So they'll be with you on this, but they're going to be looking to you to carry the whole load. So just be mindful of that. You can do it, Cancer. Don't think you can't. You just are going to, where you will get hung up is if you try to go back, do it over, and use the same guidelines that you used the first time. That's where you'll get hung up. Moving a little closer. Right back there. Some of you may decide, you know what, I'm good. I got enough coin. See that big coin up there? Put away. I'm going to take my toys and roll right the fuck out. I'm done. For very few of you, this may be relationship. If you had any kind of relationship that may have started at work, not necessarily the both of you still working there right now. One might still be at the old job, another one at another job now. However, Cancer, you can pack your bags like, you know what, I'm good. I don't need you or this. And for those of you that are in that little cycle, it's really going to be about money. Person that you hooked up with might not be able to hold up their end of the bargain. Maybe they lost their job, whatever it is, and didn't tell you, something akin to that. However, mid-month, I'm going to say, it's going to be pack it in. Whether it's job or love, pack it in, take your shit, take inventory of what you have. If this is a relationship, emotionally, if it's work, literally taking your shit up off your desk. Or if you're working remotely, taking a laptop back and getting all that crap off your computer, taking inventory of what you have, and moving on. We get to the end of that second week, teaching and learning with the 4 coins. And this is where we get a little tricky. If you decided to leave a job, you may have to learn something. You may figure out you may need to go back to school. You're going to have to get up off some of that coinage you've been humping around getting all summer. Get that out the savings. Some of you may have to go back to school, learn something new, so you can upgrade all the way around. For others of you, this may have to do with your own children, and there may be some money you need to get up off that coin for something they need for school. It's here on the board, so it's a pretty big deal. I'm going to say it's probably something you aren't expecting. Either way, for those of you that will be looking for a job at that point, you will find out the job that you're trying to get, you don't actually have everything that you need to get the job. Talk to the people. Let them know you're interested in going back to school. If that's the case, and they may surprise you and say, well, come on, we'll work with you. Might not be a full job, but it might be the opportunity to get your foot in the door. Looking at the 3rd and the 4th week, changes are coming. So love pulls the Star card, change pulls the Princess of Coin, effort pulls the Fool, physical activity pulls the Ace of Wands, spiritual career pulls the 2 of Coin, and environment pulls the World card. Yeah, there's an ending here. in this world, the globe, Mother Earth. There's an ending here. Looking at the third week, the major energy, hopes, wishes, and dreams. This can be played around with both ways. Some of you may find out that you've manifested somebody that you actually like. Surprise! Do-do-do. Some of you may have a swing around, redo over type activity. This could be with a Pisces or an Aquarius. For some of you, this may be an ex coming back, making a second trip around. It's going to be up to you what you do with this. If it's a job, it may be the same thing. It may be a do-over. Oh, we're sorry we overlooked you. Some job you applied for 6 months ago, they're just not calling you. If it's what you love, go for it. If it's going to help you manifest your hopes, your wishes, your dreams, jump on it. If it's going to make you complacent, however, so y'all didn't know it had two meanings of this. If this is going to make you complacent, especially at work, but also in love. If this is somebody coming around, you like them, but y'all got into a rut and nothing really exciting ever went on, and that shit. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's major energy, so you're going to have to nod your head yes or no one way or the other, but you don't have to accept anything. Job, person, either one. With the Princess of Coins on top of the change, you may not, for some of you, be giving enough. If you were upside down, it's about giving away too much. But here, it's about not giving enough attention to the changes going on. So you may find out towards the end of the month you forgot something, you overlooked something because you were in the process of making a change. So particularly where jobs are concerned, you may have missed filling out some paper, or you didn't put enough information, or maybe certain forms. Maybe you left your old job and didn't leave good instructions for the next person. However it's resonating, you're going to hear about it. It's going to come back. But it's all about the change. And so as long as you are moving towards changing the way that you want to, don't fret too much about whatever it is. Don't let anybody put you under pressure about changing too fast. But do give your attention to the fact that things are changing so that you don't miss anything or don't continue to do something that no longer applies. We get to the end of the third week, the Fool on top of the effort. Some of you are going to have to take a risk. And again, this is about work. Some of you are going to have to literally take the risk. You may have been waiting on something to happen at your current job and it's not happening. Somebody talked about that bullshit back in June. Oh yeah, we're going to get to October. We're going to give everybody a raise. And y'all still ain't seen nothing, ain't heard nothing, asked about it, and everybody looked at you like you was crazy. But there you go. And if that was something you were really depending on or looking forward to, and it doesn't happen, this may be on you to jump your ass up on that high wire and go ahead and take a risk. If you're looking for a job, you may have to put some effort into this. It's not going to be one of them things that just fall into your lap. Not happening. And get ready for something new. That's not for everybody, but the risk, for others of you, this may be about love. You may be in a slump in your love relationship, and you may need to just reapply or readjust, or however that's working for you. The effort that you're putting into the relationship, you may have to take a risk, do something different, step outside of your comfort zone. When we get to the last week of October, Ace of Wands on top of physical activity, it may be time for some of you to start doing something new physically. Some of you may decide you want to go to the gym. This is new. This will be, Mercury will still be retrograde, but this may be something you've heard about or seen before and just didn't do it. So it could be anything. Pilates. What the hell else? Can you tell I don't go to the gym? No, I don't. Something physical activity related. If you used to bowl and bowling has been suspended because of the pandemic, there may be a reformation of that. Swim team, if your kids participate in sports, any of this coming up at the end of the month, it's going to be the same thing but different. You might like the surprise that goes along with it. Those of you that are into any kind of social clubs or do any kind of hiking, walking, biking, cycling, any of that, you hear some of this coming towards the end of the month. Still trying to do it, but it's got a little twist to it now. Next to that, 2 of coins on top of the spiritual career. Some of you struggling about the like-mindedness of the people around you and how they're helping you on your spiritual career. I know when I say that, people go, what do you mean by that? And people around you very much affect how you deal with yourself spiritually. So if you've got people around you that are not supporting you, not helping you on your path, you may be at the end of the month doing a little weighing of the option type thing. Do I need to continue to keep this person's situation in my life because they're not helping me grow spiritually? They're not offering anything to me personally. Every time they call me, they have the problem. I can't ever call them with a problem. All of that relates to your spiritual career. Many of you weighing your options. Some people are going to stay and some people got to go. Get to the end of all of this. Just that endings. Might as well just talk about the environment. Going to be a change. For some of you, this is relationship. The heavier energy is separation. So some of you may be leaving your environment. Cycle complete. World card, closing one door, opening another. For those of you, this is job related. That's all we've been talking about anyway. End of the month, I've sealed a deal for you. That's major energy. It's all good. No need for you to be up all night. As you're going through changes, what the hell you want me to tell you? It's all good. When the world card pops up, it's all gravy in the navy. So don't sweat it. Some of you, it feels like, are going to be a little nervous, especially if you get a new job this month. You may be a little nervous about leaving your old job and going somewhere new. For others of you that are staying at the job but getting promoted, you may get a little attitude, a little throwback from some of your coworkers. How'd she get the job and I didn't get the job? That type of shit. Just know this is a world card, closing one door, opening another, applying the knowledge and the wisdom that you have. Let's do the big cards first. See what the oracle cards have for you. You know what? No. Do the new ones. Colette Baron Reed has enchanted mapping cards. That's what these are. The information is down below. They're actually pretty cool. Offer a different kind of insight. Universe, I need 3 cards for Cancer. Come together. Education. Didn't we talk about that already? That popped out. I'm going to keep it and get another one anyway. Coming apart. There you go. So wherever you are on the scale of things, coming together, some of you in romance, you may, like I said, be turning situationships and relationships into something bigger and better. That's not for everybody. This has got more a hint of there may be some of you getting together on the job. Education, like I said, some of you may find out there's a job you want, but there's something attached to it. This is not a long deal. This is not talking about going back to school like you're going to med school and you got to stay there for 20 years. It's something lightweight and you can get it done fairly quickly, but you may have to do some leg work, do some phone calls, all that kind of stuff. But just know that is out there. Stuck in the mud. Stuck in the mud. Some of y'all may be feeling kind of complacent or feeling like, especially at the beginning of the month, where y'all schlepping around everybody else's shit. That part right there. And then you got a boss telling you, we need to do it right away, and we need it done differently. We can't do it like we've been doing it. Yeah. And you may feel like you were just in a rut. Roll with it. Keep moving forward. Small steps equal big steps equal moving forward. So don't get stuck. Coming apart, for those of you that are separating this month, and this can be jobs too. Things are painful, but always, as one door closes, another opens, even when you don't know it. Next thing you know, you are on and off to the next chapter in your life. Don't spend a lot of time dwelling on the negative. Good things are coming. This is really about transformation for you this month, your challenge. And you may, like I said, you may be up at night trying to figure out what the fuck. But it's okay. It's all good. Take time for yourself. Self-explanatory. But you got to do it. Focus on everybody else. You don't take care of yourself. So take some time for yourself. Clarify your thoughts. Particularly where, any relationships. Job relationships. Personal relationships. Clarify your thoughts. What do you want? What do you really want? Talk about hopes, wishes, and dreams and love. What do you love? What's that thing? What do you love about your working relationships? What do you love about your romantic relationships? Clarify your thoughts so you can begin manifesting the very thing that you want and not just part of it. Keep smiling. At the end of the day, that's all we can do is keep smiling. And fuck them if they can't take a joke. That part. Cancer, I love you. I hope you guys have a wonderful October. Please be safe. And I will talk to y'all soon. Bye-bye.